CQ, CQ, CQ. Echo India 0, India Mike Delta. Echo India 0, India Mike Delta. Marconi Award Station calling CQ.
What motivates a diverse group of people to come here to wild Mizen Head early on a Saturday morning? In a word, Marconi. Today is April 21st and it marks International Marconi Day. Known as the father of radio, this place is steeped in Marconi history. All around the world a celebration is happening, a celebration you might not have heard of. One local group, North Cork Radio, plan to celebrate in style, and all with a little help from the Thunder Twig.
Marconi Award Station calling CQ. Frequency in use by Marconi Award Station. Echo India 0, India Mike Delta. Marconi Award Station, frequency in use.
The North Cork Radio Group is basically a group of radio enthusiasts. We cater for amateur radio, CB radio and shortwave listening mainly. And basically what we do is we try to promote tourism within the county and have fun events. So we come down to places like this Mizen Head or Blackrock Castle. We do various shorter events in different castles around the country, and we just like to get the promotion out there and try to get a bit of interest in the hobby itself. Initially we started in 2010, and before that there was no group actually doing anything like this. The hobby was up and running, we just didn't have the facilities available for people to come out and see what was going on, what we enjoyed about the hobby as such.
Well, sure, I was into the hobby back in the early 80s, taught the truck drivers on the CB, so I've done here for a long time, and my interest came back again in 2008.
Well, I have an interest in shortwave radio, and I've also an interest in astronomy. So I decided to see, could I marry the two of them basically, and get the two of them to join me overlapping between the astronomy and the radio, because I know I like to listen to signals from space and Jupiter and things like that, and the sun.
What brings you to Blackrock Castle?
I live here, it's my castle. What brings you to Blackrock Castle?
Are you part of the Radio Society?
Oh no, dear not, no. Radio, that came well after my time.
And when was your time?
What does it look like?
Basically our club, the North Cork Radio Club, does this event on a yearly basis. It is the celebration of the birthday of Marconi, who can be considered the father of radio. And closest to his birthday, all kind of ham operators around the world activating former Marconi transmitter sites. And as this is one of the original sites where Marconi made one of his first messages and transmissions, we have chosen this location to activate and to build a radio station to celebrate his birthday. So that brings me up to Mizen Head. Well, the background and my interest in radio comes from a very young age. I had an uncle who was a radio amateur operator, and he basically introduced me, and I was only 9 or 10 years old. And I remember staying over with my uncle and my aunt, and then obviously he would show me the shack, and we would make some radio contacts. For myself, I'm a network specialist in IT, so the communication has always been in my life and radio in the back of my mind. And only last year I decided to do something about it and sit the exam and get my radio license. So that's it's basically my whole life I've been interested in. Only now I'm doing something with it.
Many ham operators have home radio setups, and they kind of get into the routine of maybe contacting America every day, or maybe contacting Germany every day. And when we come out to these locations, it's completely pick and mix. You know, you don't know what you're going to get from one end of the day or the event to the other. So we activate the station and basically try and get as many contacts as we can.
Although then again, if I was at home, 20 metres would be nothing at all. So at least there's something.
My own interest in radio, I suppose, stems from a young age. My father was in the Irish Army, and during the course of works for the Army, he did a lot of signals and radio repairs. So I suppose growing up, there was always some kind of radio, whether it be a transmitter or just a shortwave receiver. We had those around the house. I suppose when I got to about 11 or 12, I kind of sat there and listened as he operated, and that's where the interest stemmed from.
Like at the moment now, the range of the space station is 1,300 kilometres, you know, 1,320 kilometres, you know, but it's closing fast, like, you know, so by the time it gets overhead, it'd be 800 kilometres up in a straight line. So like with a little walkie-talkie, you can talk 800 kilometres. So it sounds a lot, but you'd be very surprised how it actually can do it, like, you know. She's gone already. She flew past already. She's gone.
It's connected up to an antenna which I built myself as well. It's a vertical antenna with one big long radiator up in the air, and there's probably shots outside already. And yeah, I built that one myself. And when we were testing the antenna a couple of months back, there were some jokes being made, and the antenna was baptized the name Thunder Twig. There's a long story probably behind that, but yeah, so the name of the antenna is the Thunder Twig at the moment.
Echo India 3, Golf Bravo. This is Echo India 1 November Charlie Portable. Operator name here is Lisa. Lima India Sierra Alpha. Operating from Blackrock Castle Observatory today. You're coming in here at about a 5-5. About a 5-5 there, go ahead.
That's
I didn't really have an interest in radio up to about 2.5 years ago. Anthony, my husband, always had a shack or a dedicated room where he had equipment. He was always interested in the hobby. It was only, as I said, about 2.5 years ago he suggested to me that I might, be interested in going ahead to do the exam. At first I kind of wasn't too keen, but I said, look, sure, I'll give it a go, see what it entails. And I loved it. I loved the fast pace. I loved, the very brief contact. 1 November Charlie Portable. Operator name here is Lisa, Lima India Sierra Alpha, and we're operating as part of the North Cork Radio Group from Ballynamona Beach today. Your report is 5-9 QSL.
QSL Lisa 5-9, you're 5-5, a 5-5, a handout check. It's Juliet Alpha Canada Kilo.
I'm treated differently on the air. A lot of the lads in the group would say yes. Sometimes I would like to think no. I would like to think, that I'm the same as any other station out there looking for contact.
Do you really?
No, I know you're there.
Mick has a box and a...
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Echo India 1 November Charlie Portable, this is Golf.
So I would think that some stations would respond to my call a bit quicker to maybe one of the other lads, because as I said, you could hear male stations all the time, any time of day or night. Females, not so much. I would like to think no, but the lads will say yes.
It's time for Blackrock Castle to go off the air. But that's not the end of this story, for there are many more conversations waiting to be had. I suspect Marconi would approve of this group of hams, who will continue to make waves well into the future.